Okay, in this video, we're going to do Chapter 5, Lesson 4. It says Lesson 4 up here. Use the equals symbol. And just to make sure you're on the right page, we have down here at the bottom page, it says 3, 4, 5. So make sure you have that at the bottom of your page. So, in our vocabulary video, we talked about how the equals symbol means I'm going to tell you the answer, basically. So in an addition problem, you have your number, you have plus sign, you have another number, and then you have the equals sign, which tells the reader I'm about to see what the answer is, because the answer goes right here, right? Do you remember what an answer to an addition problem is called? Let's see if I have my vocabulary cards over here. Do you remember? It's called the sum. So the sum always goes on the other side of the equal sign. All right, so let's get started. The directions say, use your chips to model each group. I don't have my chips, I have my squares, but that'll be just fine. You could use, if you have little toys, anything you can use to model it. It's, not a big deal. You know what might be fun is if you have like Cheerios and maybe raisins or something. You could do a group of Cheerios and a group of raisins. That would be cool. Okay. So it says there are 5 cups of punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 2 cups of milk. 1, 2. Write the numbers on the lines. So there were 5 cups of punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Neck short, belly fat. Mr. 5 wears a hat. Sometimes it helps to say those rhymes. And we have 2 cups of milk. 1, 2. Around the bend and down the track. 2, 2, 2. Then it wants us to trace the equals sign. It's just good practice to learn how to make the equals sign. And then we're going to add to see how many cups we have in all. So let's add. So there are a lot of different ways you can do that. You can say, I already know that this is 5, so I'm just going to count on 6, 7. Or you can count all of your chips, if that's what helps you. Or you can use your fingers. Or if you made your abacus from the other video, you can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 1, 2, and you can count the beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's so many different ways that you can add those together if you need a little bit of help. So 5 plus 2 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Across the sky and down from heaven. That's the way to make a 7. You can go ahead and clear off your paper. We're going to turn the page like a book first. Then we're going to grab the part in the middle where the staple is, and we're going to pull it together, flip it. And here we have our vocabulary word that we're working on in this chapter, the equals sign. So the equals sign tells me I'm about to read the answer. All right, so the directions for number 1 say count the fruit slices in each group. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to trace the numbers. So down and over, and down once more. That's the way to make a 4. 1, 2. Around the bend and down the track, 2, 2, 2. So we're going to trace the numbers and trace the equal sign, which is right here in the circle. And then we're going to circle the groups to join them. We don't want to leave anybody out of the group. We want to make sure everybody gets counted so we get the right answer, right? And then we can count all the slices, the orange slices in the circle to tell us our answer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or if you already know this is 4, you can just count on from 4. 5, 6. Down and around a monkey's tail, a 6 you'll make and never fail. All right, so we're going to do that with the rest of the problems on this page. So we're going to count how many watermelon slices we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So neck short, belly fat, Mr. 5 wears a hat. And then we have our plus sign, which tells us that we're going to put this group and this group together. In this group we have 1, 2, 3. Around the tree, around the tree. That's the way to make a 3. And don't forget to trace the equal sign. It's really important because it tells us we're about to find out the answer. We're going to come over here and we're going to circle all of the watermelon. Don't leave any of the watermelon out because we want to count all of the watermelon. And then let's go ahead and count what's in the circle to see what 5 plus 3 equals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, make an S and do not wait. Come back up to make an 8. 5 plus 3 equals 8. Let's do the same thing down here. How many pieces of kiwi do we have in this group? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down and around a monkey's tail, a 6 you'll make and never fail. How many slices of kiwi do we have here? We have 1 slice of kiwi. So we have 6 plus, tells me that I'm adding these slices of kiwi together. 1 equals, tells me I'm about to find my answer. All right, let's make a circle around all of the pieces of kiwi. Don't leave any of them out. And let's figure out how many we have all together. Now, Miss Simons already knows this is 6 because I subitized and I know it's 6. So I'm just going to count on. 1 more than 6 is 7. Across the sky and down from heaven. That's the way to make a 7. All right, now we're going to take our paper and flip it like a pancake. And we're going to do the same thing with the animals on this side of the page. So this is independent practice, which means you can do this, but I'm going to do the first one with you. So we're going to count how many frogs are in this group. Count them for me. We have 2 frogs around the bend and down the track. 2, 2, 2. Plus, tells me that we're putting these groups of frogs together. How many frogs do we have here? Count them. 1. Down and over. Oh, I'm sorry, that is not the right one for 1. Down for 1, that's all we're done. That's what I was thinking of. Okay, so we have 2 plus 1. And we're going to trace our equal sign because that's really important. It tells us we're about to see our answer. And we also need to go back up and circle all of the frogs in one big group because we want them all to be in one group and we don't want to leave them out because we might forget to count them. All right, so let's count how many frogs we have all together. 3. Around the tree, around the tree. That's the way to make a 3. Okay, so I want you to do 5 and 6 on your own. And then I'm going to show you what to do on the back. So we're going to turn the page like a book again. We're going to flip it like a book and grab the corner. And then we should be on the back like this. There should be balloons. This says congratulations. Okay, so the directions for number 7 say count the hats on the table and write the number on the line below the hats. So let's do that. We have 1, 2 hats. These are fancy graduation hats. If somebody finishes school, usually you have graduation after high school or after college. Miss Simons graduated from college last year. And I wore one of these hats. I need to show it to you guys one day. Anyway, so these are graduation caps, and we have 1, 2. So we're going to write the number 2 around the bend and down the track. 2, 2, 2. And then we have our plus sign that tells us that we're going to add something. Okay, draw a group of hats that is less than 9 hats. So I'm going to draw, I think I want to draw, let's draw 8 hats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your hats don't have to be this fancy. I just know you guys like when I draw pictures, so I thought I'd put a little bit of work into it. Okay, so I have 6, 7, and I'm running out of room. Let's put the 8th one right here. 8. So I added 8. So I need to come down here and write my number 8 on this line. So remember, to make an 8, we make an S and do not wait. Come back up to make an 8. And then we're going to trace our equals sign because it tells us what? Right, we're about to see the answer. So our plus sign tells us to put them together. And then the equal sign says, I'm about to tell you the answer. Okay, so let's count them all together to see how many 2 plus 8 is. So I'm going to count in a straight line and then go from the top to the bottom so I don't forget which ones I've counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We made 10, so we have a 1 and a 0. It makes a 10. So, 2 plus 8 equals 10. All right, so don't forget to go back and do your 2 independent practice problems on your own. And great job today, guys.